Hello explorers and welcome to this week's episode. In this week's episode we are staying here in Ponta Mamoli. But before we show you this amazing place, let's just go back in time and show you the border crossing as we have never crossed through Kosi Bay. Ladies and gentlemen, let me jump in here and give you guys feedback on the road we took to Kosi Bay. We left Pretoria very early in the morning and took on the 662-kilometer road trip. Not long after we started, the weather got a bit miserable, but we soldiered on. We stopped in Piet Retief, now known as Mkondo, for a pit stop, fuel up and to get a coffee. From here on, the road was full of trucks, and I mean a lot of trucks. And long sections of the N2 was single lane only, and not to mention the road was in absolute terrible condition. From patches fading to potholes, it was horrible. The weather cleared up as we passed through Pongola and the views were pretty incredible as we passed along the Pongola Dam. Driving over the dam wall was amazing. To see all the water and the river below was epic. Then the endless poorly fixed roads and speed bumps started until we arrived in Kosi Bay, where we filled up again to continue on to the border. When you get to the border, you need to stop outside the border on the right, like you see on screen, and walk into the South African side to get your passport stamped. You enter the building as shown on screen with the red arrow. Very important, make sure the date stamp on your passport is correct. You then get back in your car and then fall in line to get your vehicle inspected by the customs officers under the big roof. When you leave the big roof, you then drive onto the parking on the right where you need to get out of your vehicle again to get your passport stamped on the Mozambican side. The office on the far right on the building on screen is where you need to stamp into Mozambique. Very important, make sure that the date stamp on your passport is correct. The driver then needs to walk across the street to the customs office to get your tip. Tip, which stands for temporary import permit for the vehicle and the trailer if you have one. When you exit through this border again, you go to the office to the far left to get your passport stamped and the same door where you entered on the South African side to get stamped out. On the way back, we wanted to exit via Poort as they are open 24/7 to get on the road early as Kosi Bay only opens at 8 AM. But we had some car trouble as the Land Cruiser would not start. Notice that we are all wearing a reflective vest that you need in your vehicle. I will give you all the info on what you need shortly. So we towed back to Kosi Bay to get to South Africa to get some help with the vehicle. Okay, final thoughts. In my experience with the very bad roads and a million speed bumps, I will never travel this way again. On the day we left, the queue at the border was short, but it took forever to get stamped out of Mozambique. People always complain about Poort where the South African side is slow. On this morning it was the opposite. The staff on the Mozambican side was so unfriendly and stubborn, but on the South African side it was fast and the staff was super friendly. If you want to see what the Lubombo border looks like, click on the pop-up banner in the top right hand corner. So we still don't know what the road from Ponta to Poort looks like. So if you have travelled it, please comment below and give us your thoughts to help other explorers on their journey to this amazing country. PS, the only thing wrong with the Land Cruiser 200 was just a blown fuse on the brake lights. So make sure you check that if you drive one of them if you have this issue of the vehicle not starting. Okay, so let me give you all the info that I spoke about earlier. Okay guys, let's start off with what you need in the vehicle. You need 2 triangle reflectors, but it has to be the solid body ones as the foldable ones are not accepted. This is for in case of a breakdown next to the road, one for in front of the vehicle and one for behind it. If you do break down and need to get out and work on your vehicle or change a tire, you need to wear a neon yellow-green reflective jacket. You must have one for every person in the vehicle, but I always take 5 as my vehicle is licensed to carry 5 people. You never know when someone needs to drive with you. You also need a fire extinguisher of at least 1 kg that is full and valid, and all of the items listed now must be in your vehicle at all times. Then, let's go to the outside of the vehicle. On the back of your vehicle you need a sticker that shows the country of registration of the vehicle. In our case it's a ZA sticker. If you are towing a trailer, the vehicle must have the yellow and blue triangle stickers on the front right of the vehicle, more than 150mm away from the number plate. These stickers usually come in a pack of 2 with 1 big and 1 small. The big one must be on the right rear of the trailer. The trailer also needs a country of registration sticker, in our case the ZA sticker. This is just to show oncoming traffic that you are towing a trailer. The documentation you need to cross the border is as follows: certified copies of your passport, ID and driver's license. I know this sounds excessive, but you never know if you lose any of these documents. At least you have legal copies to show who you are. If you lose any of them, go to the nearest police station just to report it so you are covered for not having the original. And then, you need a letter from your local insurance that you can cross the border. A copy of the vehicle and trailer notice is needed. If your vehicle is still financed, you need to phone the relevant bank and get a letter to say you can take this vehicle out of the country and they will send you a copy of the notice. And then, very important, you need to get Mozambique third-party insurance. This is mandatory as your local insurance doesn't cover that in Mozambique. I always get mine from Holland Insurance Mozambique. You can get it online, they mail it to you. A vehicle is 280 Rand and a trailer is 140 Rand. A link to their website will be in the description box below. If your medical aid covers you when traveling internationally, it might be a good idea to inform them of your travel dates. I mentioned earlier in this video that I will explain the benefits of DriveMoz, so let's start off with where you need to put the stickers if you do decide to join. The big one with the number goes anywhere on the back of your vehicle, and the small one you can stick on the driver's side mirror. I firmly believe this makes a big difference when it comes to local authorities, as I know when you are a member you have access on how everything is supposed to work in Mozambique, and they won't be able to easily fool you into thinking you are wrong and need to pay a fine. For instance, on this trip we passed through at least 20 checkpoints along the way, and we were only pulled over twice, and each time they checked our passports, and on the one stop they just wanted to see what's in the back of the bakkie, and we were on our way within 5 minutes. In the 5 trips I have done to Mozambique in the last 5 years, I never had to bribe anyone and never got a fine. Just stick to the speed limit, and when you get pulled over, remove your sunglasses to show respect and greet them with good and friendly vibes. If you are rude to them, they will return the attitude. So, now you are asking, how do I join DriveMoz? It is very easy. You just go on their website and you will see all the places where you can buy stickers from to join, or you can order them online and have it delivered. To join is just a once-off fee, it's not a subscription, it's so easy and affordable. And when you become a member you have access to so much more info of Mozambique. On their website under the online tab you can buy SIM cards and data so you don't get stuck without any communication in a different country. DriveMoz also gives you access to the Zello communication app that you can use if you are in any kind of trouble. If you feel like this is not for you, join the Facebook page where you can ask questions and get info on everything relating to traveling to or in Mozambique. Can I just add, I don't think a lot of people know this, but when you are on the Facebook group you can use the search option to see if there was anyone else asking the same question you have. For instance, can I take red meat over the border? Then you just search red meat and everything related to that will pop up and you can go through all the information. If you are looking for accommodation ideas, join the DriveMoz Stay group. Here you can see what is available, or you can ask what is available in the area you are traveling to. And people will respond with information and links to places. I really hope all this information helps you on your next trip to Mozambique. 5 kilometers into Mozambique, there's a toll gate for 130 meticais and then you enter paradise. Welcome to Mozambique! The road between Ponta de Ouro and Ponta Malongane starts off with a normal dirt road and then quickly turns into a beach sand road. I would say you can drive between the two towns with a 2x4 bakkie with deflated tires, and on the thick sand sections you can use the diff lock to get through. But I would not suggest trying this with a low clearance vehicle. The scenery on this road is amazing, but if you are scared of scratches on your vehicle, do not attempt this, as the road has a lot of narrow sections with bushes all around. We stopped at the Sunset Shack for some refreshments as it was very hot at this point, and then continued on to Ponta Mamoli. I would not recommend going to Ponta Mamoli with a 2x4 as the sand gets a lot thicker on this road, especially the last 2 or 3 kilometers. There is a sign at the Aloha Estate saying 4x4s only, as a car would not get up that hill.
Guys, and welcome to Aloha Estate. We are staying in one of the houses. There's about 29 houses here, and this house we are staying in is unfortunately not available to the public, but it's a 10-sleeper, 5 bedrooms with ensuite bathrooms right next to the beach, with a kitchen, dining area, lounge area, a nice splash pool, and a private lapa with our own private view.
When we arrived at Aloha, the weather was a bit cloudy, but the next day it was clear skies all around. Just look at the views of this amazing place. But one day we were lucky enough to spot some dolphins. It was absolutely incredible seeing them play in the water. There are a few places offering trips to go and snorkel with them, so if you visit the area, book yourself a trip and experience this firsthand. Let's start the dolphin movie. Thank you for joining us on our first Ponta episode. Make sure you are subscribed with the notification bell on, not to miss the rest of our Ponta adventures. See you in the next one!